What if I told you that the side hustle you started this month could be paying your rent by summer? I know that sounds like one of those clickbait promises you've heard 1,000 times, but here's the thing. The side hustle landscape in 2026 looks absolutely nothing like it did even 2 years ago. Some of the hustles that everyone was pushing back in 2023 and 2024 are completely oversaturated now. They're dead. But others have quietly exploded, and most people haven't caught on yet. Today, I'm giving you 7 side hustles that are actually paying real money right now in 2026. Not theoretical money. Not maybe someday money. Real deposits hitting real bank accounts. And I've got the stories to prove it. So why does this even matter? Why should you care about a side hustle when you've already got a job that pays the bills? Here's the reality we're living in. Inflation hasn't exactly been kind to us over the past few years. That paycheck that felt comfortable in 2022 is feeling pretty tight now. And let's be honest, relying on a single income source in today's economy is like building your house on a foundation of sand. One layoff, one company restructure, one bad quarter, and suddenly you're scrambling. But beyond just financial security, there's something else going on. People are waking up to the fact that trading all their time for money at a job they don't love isn't the only path forward. A well-chosen side hustle can be the bridge between where you are now and where you actually want to be. Maybe that's financial freedom. Maybe that's starting your own business full-time. Maybe it's just having enough breathing room to actually enjoy your life. The key word there is well-chosen. Because not every side hustle is created equal. Some will drain your time and energy for pennies. Others can genuinely change your financial trajectory. Let's talk about the ones that actually work. Number 1. AI-assisted service businesses. Now, before you roll your eyes and think this is just another Learn AI video, hear me out. I'm not talking about becoming some machine learning engineer. I'm talking about using the AI tools that already exist to deliver services faster and better than your competition. Take my friend Marcus. He started a proposal writing service for small businesses last year. Companies that are bidding on contracts need professional proposals, but they don't have time to write them. Marcus uses AI to draft the initial versions, then spends his time customizing and perfecting them. What used to take a professional proposal writer 8 hours, Marcus does in 2. He charges slightly less than the old-school writers, but he's handling 4 times the volume. Last month, he cleared $11,000 working about 20 hours a week on the side. The opportunity here isn't the AI itself. It's identifying a service that people already pay for and figuring out how AI lets you deliver it faster. Think copywriting, research services, bookkeeping, customer email management. The businesses that need these services don't care how you do it. They care that it gets done well. Number 2. Local lead generation. This one has been around for a while, but 2026 is hitting different because local businesses are more desperate than ever for customers. Here's how it works. You build simple websites or social media presences that rank for local searches. Things like Best Plumber in Austin or Emergency Electrician Denver. When those sites generate calls or form submissions, you sell those leads to actual service businesses. Sarah, who works in HR during the day, started doing this 18 months ago. She focused on one niche, HVAC companies in mid-sized cities. She built 12 simple sites, spent about $100 total on domain names, and used free tools to get them ranking. Today, those sites generate around 60 leads per month. She sells each lead for $25 to $50 depending on the service. That's an extra $1,500 to $3,000 per month, and the sites basically run themselves now. The beauty of this model is that once the assets are built, the income is largely passive. You're not trading hours for dollars anymore. You're building something that generates revenue while you sleep. Number 3. Fractional expertise consulting. This is a fancy term for something simple. Businesses need expert help, but they can't afford or don't need a full-time person. Enter fractional consultants who work a few hours per week for multiple clients. Whatever you do in your day job, there's probably a smaller company out there that needs that expertise but can't justify a full salary. Are you in marketing? Small e-commerce brands need fractional CMOs. In finance, startups need fractional CFOs to help them understand their numbers. In operations, growing companies are drowning in process problems. James spent 15 years in supply chain management for big corporations. He now does fractional supply chain consulting for 3 small manufacturing companies. He works about 2 hours per week for each client, mostly on Zoom calls and reviewing their processes. Each client pays him $2,000 per month. That's $6,000 in extra monthly income for 6 hours of work per week. The math on that is pretty incredible. And here's what makes 2026 special for this. Platforms that connect fractional experts with businesses have matured significantly. You don't need a massive network anymore. You need a solid profile and demonstrated expertise. Number 4. Digital product arbitrage. This one's newer and most people don't even know it exists. The basic concept is finding digital products that sell well on one platform and adapting them for another platform where there's less competition. Let me give you a concrete example. Emma noticed that certain Notion templates were selling well on Gumroad but barely existed on Etsy. She took the concept, not the actual products, and created her own versions optimized for the Etsy audience. Different keywords, different presentation, same basic value. Her templates now generate about $4,000 per month, and she hasn't created a new one in 6 months. The same principle works across platforms. Canva templates, spreadsheet tools, planning documents. Each marketplace has its own audience with its own preferences. The arbitrage opportunity exists because most creators focus on only one platform. They're leaving money on the table everywhere else. Number 5. Specialized newsletter monetization. I know what you're thinking. Newsletters? Really? That feels so 2020, but here's what's changed. The generalist newsletters are struggling because everyone has one now, but hyper-specialized newsletters are absolutely thriving because advertisers will pay premium rates to reach targeted audiences. Think about this. A newsletter about general investing advice might get $5 per 1,000 subscribers in ad revenue. But a newsletter specifically about investing in water infrastructure stocks might get $50 per 1,000 subscribers because the audience is so targeted and valuable to specific advertisers. Derek works in insurance by day. He started a weekly newsletter about regulatory changes affecting the insurance industry. Boring to most people, sure, but incredibly valuable to insurance professionals. He has only 8,000 subscribers, but he's charging advertisers $1,500 per issue because those subscribers are exactly who those advertisers want to reach. 2 newsletters per month, $3,000, for maybe 6 hours of work. The lesson here is that specificity is the new scale. You don't need 100,000 subscribers. You need the right subscribers. Number 6. Premium community management. Online communities have exploded, but most of them are managed terribly. Business owners, course creators, and influencers are starting to realize that a poorly managed community is worse than no community at all, and they're willing to pay well for someone to fix it. Community managers in 2026 don't just answer questions and delete spam. They create engagement strategies, organize events, identify superfans, and turn passive members into active participants. This directly impacts the business's bottom line, which means they'll pay for it. Tanya manages 3 online communities for different online course creators. She spends about 15 hours per week total across all 3. Each client pays her between $1,500 and $2,500 per month. That's $6,000 plus per month for what is essentially part-time work, and she does most of it from her phone during her commute and lunch breaks at her regular job. The skills required here aren't technical. They're human. Understanding what motivates people, creating connection, and building genuine engagement. If you're naturally good at bringing people together, this is worth exploring. Number 7. AI prompt engineering services. Now this one is 2026 specific. As AI tools have gotten more powerful, businesses have realized that the quality of their outputs depends entirely on the quality of their inputs. Garbage prompts equal garbage results. Great prompts equal competitive advantage. Companies are now hiring people to develop, test, and optimize their prompt libraries. We're talking about everything from customer service prompts to marketing copy prompts to internal process prompts. And because this skill barely existed 3 years ago, there's a massive shortage of qualified people. Kevin spent 2 months really learning how different AI models respond to different prompting techniques. Just self-study, free resources, and lots of experimentation. He now has 3 clients on retainer who pay him $1,000 each per month to maintain and improve their prompt libraries. He also does one-off prompt development projects that typically pay between $300 and $500 each. His total side income is now hovering around $5,000 per month. The barrier to entry here is lower than you think, but the key is demonstrated results. Start by developing prompts for your own work, document the improvements, and use those as case studies. All right, let's bring this home with what you can actually do starting today. First, pick one. Just one. The biggest mistake people make is trying to do multiple side hustles at once. That's a recipe for doing all of them poorly. Review these 7 options and pick the one that best matches your existing skills and available time. Second, validate before you invest. Before you spend money on courses or tools or websites, find one potential customer. Just one, talk to them. Understand what they actually need and what they'd actually pay. Real market validation beats theoretical planning every single time. Third, set a financial target and a timeline. Vague goals produce vague results. Pick a specific number. Maybe it's $1,000 per month. Maybe it's $5,000. Give yourself a realistic timeline like 6 months and work backward to figure out what you need to do weekly to hit that target. Fourth, protect your time ruthlessly. You've got a full-time job and a life. Your side hustle has to fit into the margins without destroying everything else. Block specific hours for your hustle and guard them like your financial future depends on it. Because it does. The side hustle game in 2026 rewards people who move fast, stay focused, and actually execute. The ideas I shared today are working right now for real people. The only question is whether you're going to be one of them. If this video gave you some clarity on your next move, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. We're going deep on building income streams that last, not just for 2026, but for the long haul. And if you're serious about this, you need to watch my video called How to Turn Your Side Hustle into a Full-Time Business.